Another Scott Boras client has signed with the Nationals. After 8 years with the Orioles, catcher Matt Wieters signed a one-year deal with a player option. Nearly half of the opening day roster are Boras' clients, making up $100 million of the Nationals' payroll. The Nationals are a competitive team with real World Series potential, and Wieters is a great match. I'm joined by Tommy Stokke of FanRag Sports. Tommy, what does Wieters bring to the Nationals roster?
Yeah, I mean, he's an experienced leader. He's a good catcher, which is something that they didn't really have on their roster. I know that they got Derek Norris on the team, and they have some young guys, Pedro Severino, but nobody really accomplished. I mean, we're talking about a four-time All-Star. I know some of his pitch framing metrics were down, and people were down on that, but for what he cost them this year, compared to what I think his original asking price probably was, I think the Nationals have a good deal. They're in position to win, so you might as well bring in an experienced veteran guy to fit into that clubhouse and an experienced catcher, which again, they didn't really have at least a good one.
So in terms of Wieters' decision, what do you think was appealing about the Washington Nationals?
Well, first of all, I would say that they offered him a job. I mean, I don't think that there was a ton of interest at the end. I think it came down to them and the Angels were the two biggest ones. You had a couple of teams in there feeling out the process once his price dropped, but a lot of it was a job. And for him, he'll get to play most of the time because he doesn't have a lot of competition with the options that they have there. They're ready to win, so that's always nice for a veteran too. On a one-year deal with the player option, he has a chance to rebuild his value a little bit. So I think the playing time, being on a winner, are probably the two biggest things.
So he does have the option to opt out after 1 year. What do you think will keep him in Washington?
If he stays in Washington, it's going to be because he didn't do very well. With the player option, your hope is that you perform well, and then you can opt out, get more money somewhere else. Maybe he re-signs with Washington, but I wouldn't see that happening if he plays well because they have Pedro Severino, who's a young guy, maybe not ready this year, but you would think that he'd be ready next year. Maybe not wanting to pay Wieters what he would be worth if he does opt out. If he doesn't opt out, it's because he didn't play well, and that wouldn't be a great situation for Washington.
Well, thank you so much, Tommy. I'm Taylor Rocha reporting for FanRag Sports.